It's the Itchy and Scratchy Show. I'm just kidding, it's not that. This is the Week 2. My fingers are up here. Week 2 Fantasy Football Picks video that I provide to all of you useless people free of charge. Available once per week on the internet. What a wonderful invention this internet is. Anyway, this is Tony, if you don't know that.
Hi.
I don't know why you're watching this, because there's no way that anyone outside of this fantasy league is watching this video. Because,
Of course.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. So, tonight's the start of week 2 of the NFL season. And in order to prepare you for all of that, Tony and I are here to tell you who's going to win. Again.
And probably be wrong a decent bit.
We got 12 last week. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I got 12. You got 11 because you took Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ah!
Yeah,
Anyway,
whatever.
so tonight starts with the Jets and the Patriots. So, I'm very depressed about what happened on Sunday.
Yeah, that
my
was...
Bucks. That's my heart breaking into a million little pieces.
And then, of course, the same...
And those pieces got pushed out of bounds by Levante David.
Yeah, and then, of course, the same thing happened with the Bills.
What's the Bills?
But, I mean, yeah, that's true. We sort of expect that.
So, what are the chances that Geno Smith gets 2 consecutive wins to start his NFL career?
None.
That's what I thought. Patriots, even without a wide receiver, it doesn't matter. Who do the Jets have a wide receiver?
Jeremy Curley. And...
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Alright, then let's see. Sunday games! Well, I guess let's start with the Bills game. Bills hosting Carolina.
Yeah.
So, Carolina held Seattle to 12 points, and they still lost. But Seattle's a lot better than the Bills.
Yeah.
So, by that process, the Bills should pull a Jaguars and score 2 points.
Yeah.
So, Carolina.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll rotate here. I'll let you take every other to start with, because
Okay,
I've always been picking first, and that's not quite fair.
Okay.
This is a duel, so back to Cleveland, Baltimore.
Okay, so Cleveland, Baltimore. Well, I don't know. This might be an interesting one because, of course, Baltimore didn't look that sharp against against the Broncos.
Not that sharp.
Yeah, that's
Air quotes.
exactly. That's putting it lightly. And but then you've got the Browns, who are the Browns
Riding the fragile arm of Old Man Whedon.
the Old Man Whedon to Jordan Cameron connection. I mean, with both teams struggling, I'm sure it'll be close for a lot of it, but I'm sure Baltimore will still win.
Alright, we got Minnie and Chicago. Adrian Peterson versus the Bears, more like it.
Yeah.
So, last week, Peterson's first carry, as you all know, if you look at the new icon of the Church of Purple Jesus, you'll find out that his first carry went for 78 yards and a touchdown, pretty much untouched. But since there was no threat of a passing game, the rest of the game, the Lions held AP to 15 yards rushing in almost a full game. That's the problem when you have a pretty good team. I mean, there's always a chance of Peterson, he's just going to break out, run past everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But I still think Chicago's a better balanced team, and they probably have a better defense, too, so I think Chicago.
That's a bit of a bold pick there, Cotton. But I agree with it. Yeah, especially when Minnesota's got Christian Ponder at quarterback. That doesn't help.
Hey, what do you call when Tim Tebow has a thought? I don't know! Anyway.
Oh, God. All right, and next we've got Washington and Green Bay. And after RG3's extremely shaky performance, yes, that, against a Philadelphia team that also had its problems.
Philly's fun to watch, though.
Yes, that's one thing you could say about them is with, their Chip Kelly offense going on there and the players they have on offense, they're great to watch. But, yeah, I'm thinking Green Bay on this one.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with
Yeah.
that. Green Bay really only lost because they played San Francisco. They played a good football game.
Oh, yeah, they did,
on Sunday, so I don't see any reason they should lose, especially at home. We have Miami and Indianapolis. Indy coming off almost losing to Terrell Pryor in his first NFL start. I mean, he played fine, but it's Oakland. Yeah. Miami going into Indy. This is a tough one for me because I usually would pick the home team in games I'm not sure about. But in this case, I think Miami goes into Indy and goes 2-0. There's a chance with how injured the Patriots receiver core is that Miami leads the AFC East after this week.
That's a bit of a bold pick.
Well, they would be tied with the Patriots, but
I know, but
they would have the tiebreaker for points. Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go the other way on that one. Although Indianapolis did sort of show their weakness a bit against Oakland.
Yeah, anything other than Andrew Luck having the football in his hands.
Yeah. And okay, we've got Dallas at Kansas City, which is an interesting matchup that
dozens of people will be watching it. Dozens, I tell you.
Yeah, and I don't imagine Dallas losing.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Well. I don't know what to think about Kansas City.
I know, yeah.
I mean, still a new regime, and I mean, you don't prove anything to me by beating Jacksonville.
That's true.
If Tony and I went down the street and just asked a bunch of people to play football, we could beat Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Or at least, no, we beat Jacksonville. Who am I kidding? Jacksonville's terrible.
I mean, even
we'll get to that more later.
I was about to say, even if you put, like, say, Noonan on, like, Kansas City's offensive line, they could do a great job against Jacksonville.
That's true. All right. Well, the next 1 o'clock game we have is San Diego and Philadelphia. The Chargers, of course, completely blew it.
Oh yeah.
The second half against Houston on Monday. Seriously, they were in desperate need of the Heimlich maneuver for the entire second half. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Going into Philadelphia, a team with a lot of confidence, and I don't think they've really showed everything they have in that playbook yet. They were pretty vanilla. They were very fast-paced, but, I mean, they talked a lot about using sweeps and reverses they didn't use.
Yeah,
I think Philadelphia, especially against a San Diego defense that is not confident right now with that game.
No. Oh, yeah. Philadelphia's definitely got this. And next we've got Tennessee at Houston. Now, this one could be a bit of a close one, because I mean, Tennessee showed that they do indeed have some defense, even if their offense struggles somewhat. So, that's what happens when you have Jake Locker. But I don't know. I mean, I still think Houston is definitely a better team, and they can pull this one out. But
yeah, I think Houston. I don't know. Tennessee beat Pittsburgh, but it wasn't really like Pittsburgh was bad, and they didn't beat them by that much. Yeah. I think Tennessee's better this year than they have been for a couple of years. I still think Houston is the team to beat in that division until proven otherwise.
Someone says otherwise.
Yeah, pretty much. And we have St. Louis at Atlanta, battle of. If you told me going into this game that St. Louis would have the better record, I would not have believed you. I would have said you were a liar, and that your pants were proverbially. Wow, I can't. On fire. But St. Louis goes into Atlanta, a battle of two teams that play in domes.
Yeah.
There's the good team that plays in a dome, and then there's the Rams.
Yep.
So I think Atlanta wins. You can't keep a good man down.
No.
It's easy for them. Too easy.
Don't you mean very easy?
Whatever.
All right. Next we've got Detroit at Arizona.
Stafford.
Yep. On the one side you've got the Stafford to Megatron connection.
Palmer!
And then the other side, you've got Palmer to Fitzgerald. I'm thinking Detroit just because they actually have a running game
and a defense.
That's true, and they actually have a defense.
They just completely shut down AP last week. Say what you will about Dominican Sue, he's still a good football player. He's a scumbag, but he's a good football player.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's a great D tackle. He's just an idiot.
And just for the record, the Lions had 5 touchdowns overruled by review last week. So just think, they put up a good amount of points, and they had 5 touchdowns called back by review.
Yeah.
They probably were the best team last week. And Foria's face when he scored the touchdown.
Oh.
Was great.
Well, best team other than the Broncos.
Well, valid.
Yeah.
Valid. We have New Orleans and Tampa Bay. I don't even want to talk about the Bucs, but they're gonna win.
I don't know. I'm gonna go
at home. Got to avenge themselves.
Although true, I'm gonna go with New Orleans on this one because because granted they have a Swiss cheese defense. They still have the
Josh Freeman show.
They still have the offense that they have, and I don't think Tampa Bay's offense can match In fact, New Orleans coach is the one I picked up in my other league for this week. Hedging my bets on that one.
I think either way it'll be a close game, though.
Oh, yeah. They
They
usually have been.
Oh yeah. Now we have the Giants. at
Manning
Denver.
Manning Bowl 3! Which Peyton will easily win.
Yeah, I mean, for two reasons. This is a pretty open and shut one for me. Denver looked amazing last week.
Oh,
I mean,
holy shit.
the whole Manning to Welker thing. I know everyone's coming to season like, how is Manning to Welker going to work? It's working damn well.
But you know what's working even better? Manning to Julius Thomas.
Yeah, I feel like the idiot for not knowing who Julius Thomas was before this week, but yeah.
Well, I didn't know either.
And also the Giants looked pretty terrible against.
Oh yeah, especially a
Cowboys.
one David Wilson. Who?
David Wilson.
Oh God.
Um,
Let us never speak of that again.
So here's the fun one. We have Jacksonville traveling to Oakland. Now, if I was to tell you what is a football game that's gonna suck, and I could pick any categories like injured quarterbacks who suck to begin with, but backups are actually worse. Teams more known for their stabbing than actual football. Rookie quarterbacks who were supplemental draft picks, who led the league in rushing, but are okay at passing. All these kind of like little nitpicky things. If I was to draw up a game, it would be Jacksonville and Oakland. Oakland, because I have to pick someone.
Yeah, I mean, how Oakland almost beat Indianapolis. I think they can beat Jacksonville.
Jacksonville lost 28-2, and they blocked a punt. They didn't even recover the punt. They just blocked it, not the end zone.
Yeah, that one's pretty much going to be the equivalent of a bad high school football game.
Yeah. Or a good Pee Wee football game. Not bad Pee Wee football game. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, how about that one highlight on ESPN, that Alabama Pee Wee football?
For the record, it's Pee Wee football, and I'm pretty sure those kids aren't on tackle. But still, that's pretty much
That was amazing. So, okay, and we've got a great wait,
Sunday. No, Sunday night.
Oh yeah, okay. And we've got a great NFC West matchup here, San Francisco and Seattle. That one's a bit hard to call.
They played each other very well last season.
Yeah, they did. Although I'm going to have to go with San Francisco, especially after how well they played Green Bay last week.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go with Frisco also. Nothing against Seattle. I think Seattle's a good team. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I think
They're a great
I
team.
think they're both easily playoff teams. And says a lot of the
Easily, yeah.
NFC. But Frisco looked really good last week. Seattle looked okay. I think Frisco wants to prove that they can win in Seattle. I think they do.
Yep.
And then the last game of the week, Pittsburgh travels to play Cincinnati. Pittsburgh sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother watching this game. I'm only kidding. I'll watch this.
Of
Yeah,
course.
well, yeah, whatever. Shut up. But I think Cincinnati at home crushes them. I think that's the biggest blowout of the week.
I don't know about biggest blowout of the week, but yeah, Cincinnati's easily going to win.
The curse of Hernandez that I've dubbed this league lives on this week in two cases. One applies to this game where Wahala's picture is the Pouncey brothers wearing their free Hernandez hats. Marquise Pouncey's out for the season this week.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, Danny Amendola isn't playing, so Justin's down 3 receivers, if you count the tight ends as receivers. And he played for the Patriots, so double curse. The
Yeah.
curse of Hernandez is alive.
Yeah.
Sacrifice your infant children to it.
Yeah.
Or small goats, whatever else you got.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's all 16 for this week. Tony, since you missed out on the weekly trash talk video, here's your floor.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm now going to refer to one of my comedy heroes in Jeremy Clarkson, the host of Top Gear, when when he said about one of the cars was, "This has more power than Mexico," which was an interesting comment, and so that got me thinking, wow, that I don't know how much power Mexico would have, because their capital city's official fantasy team is terrible. And yeah, JJ, you should just, You might as well just kill yourself now. I mean, like how you ended up scoring the least amount of points last week when you have even lower than Willer and for God's sake Noonan. I don't even know what to say really.
It's terrible. I'm gonna enjoy the Willer JJ matchup this week. It's an exercise in futility. It's like watching two kittens shadowbox.
You know it's also like watching the Jacksonville Oakland game.
It's exactly like watching the Jacksonville Oakland game. Oh god. Well, as you all know by this point, Tony and I played each other this week, so this will be fun. I earlier referenced the Trail of Tears. I was slightly incorrect. Our fantasy game is going to be the third worst invasion of Native American rights in American history. Christopher Columbus, the Trail of Tears, and then our fantasy game. In that order. Well, it might be up to number 2 by Sunday, though.
Yeah, well, all I'm going to say is hopefully I don't win the Your Players Fucked Up trophy for the second week in a row.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because this video is already too long and you probably still watched it.